Hello, my fellow artists, and welcome back to Life Cues Week 29. I am starting on the new signature, the brand new one. So it is, we're on our way downhill, down the slope. Not that I don't want this to end. I really love this process. I love doing this. I contemplate all week on what I'm doing, and it's usually my questions or whatever's happening is usually what's happening to me at the time that I'm experiencing them, and then I just pass them on to you. If you see some smoke wafting away, I'm burning incense, which I very often do, so it's right there. Anyway, so today's question, it's not really going to be a question. It's kind of a little task I have for you. So first I'm going to paint the background here with some kind of, this is just flesh, but any kind of tan color will do. I'm just trying to cover up that. Happy holidays sign. And who's this card from? It's from my cousin Audrey. She lives in North Carolina, and she, I guess, would be about 80 some years old now. I want to get this stuff off of that blue spray. It's probably a Delusion spray that was on there, because I don't really want blue in this at all. So I'm just going to wipe it off with a cloth. So today, well, for me right now, I don't know if, well, Catholics will understand this, but if you're non-Catholic, you may have heard of it before. And they're called novenas. And it's when you pray to Mary. I have always been a Mary girl. Like if you ask me if I believe in God, or Mary would be my bridge to God. That's who I've always prayed to. I pray the rosary. Ever since I was little, my parents even thought that I may become a nun. Can you imagine? But I didn't. But Mary has always been, I have a statue up on my dresser. I'm going to insert the picture right here. Cherish it. I carry it everywhere I go. It's just I don't know. It's a statue of Our Lady of Lourdes when Bernadette saw her in the grotto, and I just always pray to Mary. So whenever I am sort of requesting something, you know, because in the Bible it says to ask, and your prayers will be granted. So whenever especially if I'm worried about someone, that's usually when I ask for things from God. I do a novena, and I'll show you the book I use. Favorite Novenas to Mary. And if you can see how worn this book is out, I wore this out when my daughter was in college. I swear to God. I don't know how many novenas I did for that girl, because she was away from home, and I was so worried about her, and I'd be like, God, please keep her safe, and make the right decisions in life. You know, she was like my only girl, my only baby girl, and I wore this book out, I tell you. I just say it all. I think I've said every novena in here, I don't know how many times, but that's why, look, it's even torn a little bit. Like, I wore this out. So right now, I am saying a novena, and it's a real personal novena for me. And I started it last night, and then I said a decade of the rosary. So I'm going to also say a rosary every day in the 9 days. And Catholics believe if you pray to Mary in a novena for 9 days, your wish will be granted. And so it's never failed me yet. I swear, it has never, ever failed me yet. But last night when I was praying so deeply that I started crying, and that has never happened to me before, never. That I had such a connection with, must have been God, I don't know, or a higher power or something, but I was crying while I was praying. And that has never, in my 63 years of life, happened before. So I felt comfort in that, because I felt like, yeah, I was, you know, I felt like somebody was listening to my prayer, you know? And so anyway, what your task is today, you're going to write a prayer. Now, if you are not a religious person, I want you to write an intention or something. You must believe that there is a higher power or somebody bigger out there than us, And so I want you to write an intention to the universe, to God, to Mary, to whoever you want to. And that's what we're going to do today. We're going to write a prayer and seal it in an envelope, and it's so personal, you don't have to share it with anyone. And so that's what we're going to do, because that's what I'm doing. So that's what the task is. So I'm just going to dry this page off and I'll be back. Okay, I've got my background covered in this beige, and then I just want to take this, I've got all these pieces of lace that are just like random, but I thought they'd be perfect for this kind of a page. So see this one, isn't it pretty? So I'm just going to glue that on top and then just trim it all around. Yeah. Okay, I've glued this down. I like the way it looks. I didn't want to cut off that pretty lacy edge there, so it's just going to stay like that. And I'm just going to take a little bit of Worn lipstick. Hope this hasn't dried out. I haven't used this in so long. Oh no, there's still some in there. And I'm just going to kind of distress around a little bit, just a bit in the pink. Yeah, that's pretty. There. And then I'm going to put this aside for a sec. Bring my envelope or envelope. There it is. Then I crumple it up. It's just what do you call this? Off-white beigey envelope. You know, invitation one. And then I'm going to take the Worn lipstick and go over it a little bit so it picks up those creases and bumps and lumps and bumps there. There. I might even use some distress, what do you call it, vintage photo. I think I might, because you see how this is a little browner than this, and I don't want this to look so new. Let me grab my vintage photo in here. And there you are. Right here. And just get another sponge out of my spongy case here. And this comes in so handy because you can just switch the sponges off and keep them in one place. Okay, so I'll use some vintage photo just to give it a little, yeah, that's too dark. I don't want that dark, just lightly. I'm drinking some water, so I might even use some of this water that I'm drinking. And there. Smush it up a little bit more. I'm just pretty much just grunging up this envelope so it looks old and pinky. Let's go around the edges. There. I think I want a little bit more of the pink on the bottom part. The top part's not going to matter because I'm going to be adding some lace to that. Some more lace. It's like this old lace doily that I got from Goodwill. It looks like this. See? So I just kind of want it to just cover like that. So there's like a flap. And then I'm going to tie this really pretty seam binding ribbon around it. I think this one's by Stampin' Up, but I might even run the ribbon just a little bit through the vintage photo. Oh no, this isn't this is the pink one. I think I'll use the vintage photo one. The brown. Here we go. Just to distress it up a little bit. And then just tie it around. Yeah, there we go. And I'm going to tie it around the envelope. That should be enough. And I'll try the pink now. Hope you guys are all having a good weekend. We are going tonight to this concert. It's called Hip Hop for Hope. And all the money goes to charity. And my niece, Sierra, she's the one that was the former Edmonton Eskimo cheerleader. She's not cheering anymore, but she hasn't stopped dancing, and she's performing tonight. And it's just such an amazing event, and the dancers are outstanding. So we're going to be hippity-hopping and for Hope, and Deanna and I are sitting in the second row. You know, a lot of people always like to sit in the back rows, but when you're a former dancer, you always want to be close. You want to see the sweat, you know, and hear the stomps and all that kind of stuff. So we're both the same that way. So we like to sit up really, really, really close. So I'm going to take this ribbon. I think I'll attach the ribbon first. Right along here. So I hope this exercise isn't too heavy for some people, but you know, we would be pretty arrogant if we think that we are getting through this life journey without some help from somewhere up above. You know what I'm saying? That's just what I think. Oh, that looks neat. I'm just going to tie it here. And see, this is what's going to hold my prayer, so I want it to look very pretty. And I don't want anyone to open this till they find my archives years from now. Although, I guess it wouldn't matter because it wouldn't matter. There's no secret in here, but I think prayer is so personal. I think religion and prayer are so personal. Such a personal thing. Okay, so now I'm going to take this here and glue that on top of there and then trim it around. So I have to go get my glue gun. I've got my envelope covered. Isn't that just gorgeous? Isn't that pretty? Wow. I'm going to put it that way. I'm not sure. Yeah. And then I got this bag from my mom a long time ago. And it's full of vintage gloves. Look at these. Look at some of these. They are absolutely... Look at this one. These are the long, long ones with the buttons, which I'm not going to do anything with. These ones are leather. And if you guys have any kind of suggestions as to what I could do with these, please let me know, because they are so beautiful. And I don't want... they're sitting in a bag. But this one, I'm going to use the hand... and it's going to hold my prayer like that. You see? Just like that. And I don't care if it goes over on this side because it just doesn't matter. So what I'm going to do now again is vintage up the glove. And first thing is I have the pink sponge on. I'll use the pink. And just brush it. Just so it all kind of blends together. You guys can hear my bracelets just a dangling. I'm so used to them now because I wear them every single day. It's my armor. I really do. I just feel safe, protected, strong. I do. It's like everything on here means something. Everything stands for something to me. So when I put them on in the morning, I feel like I'm just putting on my armor. And I wear them. It doesn't matter where I'm going. Dressy, not dressy, casual, just around the house. It's my armor. Gotta wear it, right? You never know. Okay, so there's my hand all grungied up. And so it's going to go here. Make sure that the fingers are out. So I'm just going to glue my hand on. So this is how I want it to look, but I am not going to glue the envelope in yet until I write my prayer and seal the envelope and all of that. So I'll just put all this aside, and I have this. I love this stationery so much. It's so pretty. I don't even know where I bought it, but I'm just going to sit down right now and light a candle with full intention and do day 2 of my novena. You can write whatever prayer you want, like I said at the beginning, but this is what I'm doing.
Gracious Virgin Mary, that never was it known that anyone who fled to your protection, implored your help, or sought your intercession was left unaided. Inspired with this confidence, I fly unto you, O Virgin of Virgins, my Mother. To you do I come, before you I stand, sinful and sorrowful. O Mother of the Word incarnate, despise not my petitions, but in your mercy, hear and answer me. Amen.
Okay, I have finished my prayer, and yeah, I'm crying again, and this is the second time this has happened, and I don't get it, and I don't understand it, but it's super, super powerful, and yeah. So anyway, I'm going to fold this up, and excuse my sniffing, and put it inside the envelope. It's like 2 full pages, both sides. And then I'm going to seal this closed with a glue gun glue. I'm just going to move my candle out of the way so it doesn't burn my book up. There. So I've glued everything down. I got the hand glued, that prayer glued, and then I've got these, I think they were coffee filter roses, but they're really high up, so I'm going to, maybe I'll use these, snip them down as flat as I can possibly get them so that they can go on the page. It doesn't change the integrity of the front of the flower. You see, it still looks just as pretty, but it won't be as high. Pretty sure that's what these were. Coffee. I made them a long time ago. I might as well be using this stuff, you know? Yeah. Gotta be muscle man. I'm gonna put one there. One there. And then I'm gonna put one down here. There. Right there. Just like that. Okay, so just to finish up my page here, I've got just a small little manila tag. I'm going to crumple it up and just do the same thing that I was doing with everything else with the Distress inks, and just to make it fit in, kind of. And then the pink. And you know, I used to be somebody, I would never talk about prayer, and like I don't know why. I don't know if I was embarrassed to let people know that I prayed or I believed in God. I don't know what it was. But now, you know what? With the state of the way the world is right now, we need to be encouraging people to be doing praying or whatever you do, meditating, anything that can bring some positive energy back to our crazy planet. And, you know, what year was it? The Mayan calendar ended. That was last year. And, you know, everybody expected this big change, but really what happened was there was a real shift in consciousness. And if you are aware of it, you will notice it. I personally cannot tell you, this year, 2015, for me, has been, I've told you that my heart has opened up, and I don't know if it has anything to do with that shift, but this human being has totally felt something. So I don't know what it is, but I have. So on this tag, I'm going to write, there can be miracles if you believe. I think I'll do it in brown if I have a brown pen. Let me see. I think I do. Hold on. So I use this Sharpie. It is a bronze one. Really pretty. So I use that. I didn't want to do it in blue or black because it kind of wrecked the page. So I am just going to glue that and tuck that right Like kind of right. Well, I want to make sure we can read it. Right there. Yeah. I'll put it right there. Let me put some glue on it. I'm over here off camera getting my glue. You know what? This is the second day I told you that I've done my novena prayer. And it's this sense of, I get this real sense of peace or calm that comes up. I don't know what it is. I don't know, you guys. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I can't explain it. Okay, there is my page. Absolutely love it. Okay, I've got my Pitt pen and it's brown, and I will write the date right here. July 1815. There. Personally, this is probably my favorite page in the whole book. I just absolutely love it. I love it, love it, love it, love it. So, we have to remember that, yes, there can be miracles if we believe and we can pray for things. And if it is in God's will or the will of the universe or the higher power that it happens, it happens. They don't always happen when we ask for them, but you know, there are quotes in the Bible that says, ask and you shall receive. So that's what I'm doing. So anyway, that is my page for today. But just one second, you know, I was praying to the Holy Mother, and I thought it fitting that it's time for a giveaway. We're halfway through this process, a little bit over halfway. Gonna give a giveaway to all of you that are still hanging in there with these life cues. So I have this book, The Artistic Mother. I was gifted one, and I have one. So I'd like to pass this along to one of you. So please be sure to leave a comment down below. Any comment you want, I don't care. It's just so that I know that your name is there so I can pick your name. And I'm just going to do random.org. And one of you lucky viewers or subscribers will receive this book. I love this book. I use this a lot. I use this one thing, as a matter of fact, where is it? This, for our doula clients. Every time when we go to visit them after they have their baby, we make one of these and they put the baby's name and a picture of the baby and their initial and decorate it up. Love it. Like, it's just a great book. It's got some great ideas. It's a practical guide for fitting creativity into your life, and I think you would really love it. So please leave your name down below in the comment section, and just leave one comment. Don't leave two, because I can only count your name once. And yeah, we'll draw for this. So thank you so much for watching this week. I know it might have been kind of heavy for some people, but I'm not going to apologize for that. I just know that it might have been. But just remember, in all of my daily prayers, I'm always praying for all of you guys too. So we'll see y'all next week. Bye and good luck. Bye-bye.